Hi guys, welcome to yet another edition of Celebrity Uncensored on TLIG Africa TV. My name is Kenny. Welcome to the show. Today on the show, I have a phenomenal young Nigerian. He's a talent manager, he's a creative, he's an MC, he's a man of many parts. Join me in welcoming Slasha. How people think come about that name? I mean, now you give yourself.
So it's a short form of a long name. It's Okwenyolu and if it's Slasha. God wants us to have Thanksgiving as our culture. So Niasha is what a parodia and a suki chop to turn to Slasha.
But at what point did you decide to coin that nickname, Slasha nickname?
I think it was from secondary school. When people were looking for nicknames, I just went into the archive and picked out one of the names God gave, and I just turned it to a name that I'll be using. Okay,
but let's talk about why. So you decided to adopt it when you started out in the entertainment industry. Why?
So I didn't adopt it. It just followed through from secondary school. People that knew me. Also, I met some people in high school in Osun State, Federal Government College UK. I had some people that moved from that school also to OAU. So I did like pre-degree in OAU. I had some people there. When I moved from OAU to Government University, there was a particular lady that knew me. I used to organize, I had a team then that we used to publish magazines. And she was there. So she left also to Government University. I also left. So when I got to Government University, she was already part of the student council. So she just saw me like, Slasha, what are you doing here? I said, I need to come school now. So she now, because she was part of the council, she brought me into the Campus Life group. So the Campus Life group is a group of people that organize events every Sunday on campus. So that's
like Christian events.
Yeah.
See you.
Yeah. That's how I met likes of them. Oh my God, Rikasani, SLK, D1, Simi.
Within the same sets?
Yeah, no. So
not the same year.
SLK was a set after me. Ima was a year ahead of me. He started a 5-year course. I did 4-year course, so we graduated together. Simi was also a 4-year course. She was in a mass set. So most of all these people, I met them in school and I had to interact with them to plan the events every Sunday. And most of the time, they always come and perform. So that was how the relationship started. So the name just kept spreading amongst. It's not like I said, "Oh, call me Slasha." Nah, it's just people that there's this guy Slasha. Oh, okay. By the time they leave me, okay. Oh, you're the Slasha guy, and I just kept going.
So how do you feel about the success of these guys you mentioned? D1, oh my God, Simi, SLK. And I also realized that for the majority part of them, you still have a working relationship with them, excluding Simi, but for other guys, SLK, D1, Imam. So how do you let me start with the first question. How do you feel about that success?
I would be surprised if they're not successful. So I don't feel like, hey, well, I thank God for their lives that they were able to sustain and become what they've been destined to become. Because you can't cross Government University ground and you catch a vision and you're not successful at it. Whatever it is that you put your mind to do, most of the time you'll be successful. The school is not just for academics, it's for you. You catch spiritual fire and you catch a purpose. There's a course called Total Man Concept in Government University. Total Man Concept meaning spirit, body, soul, everything has to be complete.
It's still because that people are still...
Yes, it's the most compulsory course. Wow. If you pass all the other courses and you don't pass that course, the course comes with TMC jogging too. Meaning, like jogging. If you don't jog, you can carry over.
Wow.
Yes. So the school is not that, come and read and pass. It's teaching you how to obey. Like to when they say do this thing, do it. It's not by as a convenience, it's commanded because there's a process.
Yeah.
It's just like the clay. You can't tell the clayman how you want to be molded. We have a process of how, quality assurance, how the product is going to come out perfectly. So you need to go through that process. If you can't go through that process, is either you keep repeating or they throw you out.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of questions on my mind. So how, like, you just mentioned one of the things I would love to ask. I know a lot of people that pass through Covenant University and they are doing well now. What is it about that school? I know you just mentioned part of it that just pushes people into their destiny. I know Bears. I think Bears also attended.
IBK special boy.
I think even I wanted to use IBK singer. I think she attended Bowen. But there are also individuals like that who have passed through Funto, the entrepreneur and all that. Yeah. What is it about that school, aside from the point you mentioned, that just empowers people to go fulfill their destiny?
It's just that spiritual touch. A lot of people don't understand that we are first a spirit living in a body and we have a soul. If you can settle yourself spiritually, you might not be the most brilliant person, you might not be academically outstanding, but you would just find out that the spirit of excellence is in you. Pastor Emmanuel Aaron was my floor chaplain in my 100 level.
And his wife also attended.
Yes, she was. Her sister was the chaplain in my student chaplain in my set.
Whose sister?
Laju's sister, Pastor Aaron's wife's elder sister.
Wow. She also attended.
Yes. So imagine him from 100 level was already a floor chaplain, like on our floor. So now being seeing him as a pastor of Celebration Church, I'm not surprised. I'm not like, Ironio. No, I'll be surprised if he starts a nightclub. Do you get? Because he started there, he caught a vision, he knew what he wanted to do, and the environment enabled him to do it. Same thing with the artists, people that wanted to sing, make music, do comedy, they were enabled. So just catch a vision and let the process build you up.
Wow, I'm catching a fire right now. Well, let's talk about you. You are the man of the moment. Spotlight's on you. How exactly did you... I know the environment also enabled you to start pursuing your purpose, but how exactly did you start as a talent manager?
So, like I said, there was campus life. Jumoke Odeshola was part of campus life. So she called me in to also be part of it because she understood how, to a large extent, I've been able to do stuff. I had a magazine, eclectic magazine with my guys from pre-degree OAU. So she saw how much we did then. So she was like, our first conversation, I told her that, man, this school is boring. Like, what is this? What's going on? I attended the first variety night. I was just like, which kind of thing is this? Mind you, this school, no phones, no jeans, like you wear corporate.
Didn't you use phone during your time?
No, sir.
Wow. Did they still use phone now?
They don't use phone.
But
you can have tab, you can have iPod, you can connect to the internet. You have a laptop. A lot of things go on internet. They don't just have a device called mobile phone. They have tabs. They have iPad. So I just spoke to him like, this thing is boring. Can't we switch it up? He said, okay, you know what? Come, campus life, they have meetings and so day. So I went, I joined them. When they just said that, what do I think about this? So I dropped my own ideas, things I think we can do, switch it up, and we started from there. So there were guys that were anchoring events then in school. I just came up, like they'll just come one way. Everybody is, maybe because they've been used to the school system. Me, I'm coming with fresh fire with Oribo community, OEU kind of mindset. So I was too radical for the whole prim and proper nature of the whole stuff. So I jumped in, I started emceeing in a different way. I'll go to chapel then, I can carry like 7 outfits. So every time I'm coming on stage, I'm wearing something different. People just like, who be this? And I'm not wearing suit or tie. I can wear Kampala on black shirt, something that they don't see. So it was something very strange to them, but I wasn't breaking any law. I was still properly, I wasn't nude or naked, So people just started getting excited that even if not for anything, let's go and look at the clothes that this guy will wear next week Sunday, So Then I started interacting with the already established guy. Like I said, I met them, Ima, Simi, then Bez, all those guys in school. So, like, they were way ahead of us, but they will still come, minister, perform, and, they were already stars. But
outside of school or within the school?
Within school.
Okay.
They were stars, but I'll be the one to put them on stage. You get? So if I say maybe like call time, everybody please be at chapel by say 8 o'clock. They have to be at chapel. Not because I'm ordering them, but I mean there's a show flow. So from there, we started building up relationships and outside school too. They might have something that they want to do. Like you might have like how fast Slasha, where you did maybe go this place together. So like that. There was M Song. M Song did a song with Vector that Sam Clef produced. Sam Clef also produced Simi's first album.
Yeah.
So that was how the relationship started with Sam Clef, Vector, Simi, M Song, all these guys. Because outside school, they will call Vector to perform at places. M Song will follow him. Sam Clef will be there. I will be there. I worked with Dynamics
magazine. You worked with Dynamics?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. At the time, I was the editor-in-chief. Then we started a Youth Mix. Youth Mix magazine was a more frequent. Dynamics was like monthly. Then Youth Mix was bi-monthly. So our first one, we had 28 Notes as the front cover.
Wow.
That was how I started a relationship with 28 Notes.
Do you see a relationship with him right now?
Till tomorrow.
Wow. We'll talk about that off camera. But so how were you able to now, at what point did you decide after school that this is what I want to do? Did you, get a job after school, or you decided to just, pursue your destiny?
So while I was in school, some guy too, Wande Jojai, is into branding now. He was working with Dynamics. He was in OAU. He also now moved to Covenant University. So we met, we got talking, what's up? It was like, that's Dynamics. So I'm like, that this school, they don't like social things like that. You can't be senior and be inside, do social things. You can get suspended. So we now started that. How can we make Covenant University into Dynamics and to still be accepted? So I came up with the write-up of 10 misconceptions about my University.
Were you not scared that maybe
I was not scared.
It was going to put you into trouble?
No, I was not scared. I was just bothered because the last thing that will happen is that they will say I should go away. They will suspend me or expel me. And it wasn't that I was enjoying the school then. In the sense that I just looked, see which kind of place with this. Like it was too, you can't go out. Like it was too as a then. To me, it looked like this like cage and prison. But when they call something, it was like an academy. Quality control was top notch. You didn't just allow different influences. So I was like last they will suspend me or expel me. The only bother that I had was that you can't get your refund of school fees. And I was feeling for my parents, if not. So I wasn't scared. So the time misconceptions of government university, it was a catchy headline, but what we wrote there was that you think that government university students can't have fun, but they have fun. They have variety knives. Some of them are artists that we have the likes of wrote names of celebrities that, when you see you understand. You think that they don't wear jeans. Of course, yes, they don't wear jeans, but what they wear is better. They are corporately dressed, they wear gowns, So put pictures. So that promoted or gave a good...
You branded the school.
Yes, in the minds of people. So, all you people, you like people, everybody. So from that year, they started nominating current university students in Dynamics Awards. Best clique of friends, most intelligent, best dressed, and all those things. Best. So it's opened current university up to that social space without still being, wayward and all. So from there, I started working with Dynamics. So during holidays, I work with Dynamics. Back to school, I'm in school. If we have events, I'll go out of school.
You go out of school?
Yeah. I'll collect exams.
Wow.
I'll apply to that. I want to go. You are entitled to get exams once your reason is concrete. They might deny you, but just pray and build relationship with porters, student affairs people, and and with time I was becoming a little bit known in school. So speaking to all officers I know is not difficult. They'll be like, please, I need to go out of school to get this, to do this. And I'll be like, okay, no problem. They give me a test and I'll go. So that was how it started. And I started, as people started graduating, I started connecting them with dynamics. They were interviewed in dynamics on TV. So, everybody now, when they graduate from CU, they will try to connect with the Alpha Slasha. Oh, yeah, now put us on this platform. Now, at least, we don't come out school. It doesn't mean if they see me on dynamics on TV, they can't say, yeah, expelled. I'm already
out of school.
You understand? So, that was how it started. And from dynamics, as an editor, because I used to like writing, I moved to Nigerian. They called me to be a line producer at Nigerian. Oh my God, just how far now? Are you interested? I said, yes, yeah, no problem. I've never produced before, but I went there. They told me to write segments. They told me what Nigerian, what they're trying to do, and I just wrote. Then my producer was Buki Allison. And I wrote. Once I wrote it, they said, okay, they'll get back to me. Some days after, they just called me that, I got the job. They sent me employment. I should come and start job. I've never produced before. I just liked writing. So I had two guys that were there, Stevenator and Bayo. Stevenator is now Ashake's manager.
Oh, Steven. Yes. Wow.
He was a line producer too at Nigeria. Then Bayo. He built a good relationship with Olamide from there. Every time Olamide is shooting in his video, he will go and do behind the scene, interview people. So Olamide knew him, registered him. So it's not all of a sudden that this guy now started working with Olamide. It's been a relationship over time. So Seminator Bayo were line producers, so they pushed me through. My first presenter then was Benita of Big Brother.
How about you?
So Benita just came from the abroad then, and she was like, no nonsense. So if you have an interview in 2 days' time, you need to tell Benita yesterday, otherwise she won't show up. So she wasn't a come to work everyday person. You need to give her heads up ahead. So it gave me a lot of challenge because me, normally I just feel like everybody should come to work.
To be available.
Interviewing. I needed to inform camera units, edit unit. I needed to get resources. It was a learning curve for me. It was stressful then, but right now, I thank God I went through that stress. After a while, Dynamics now started TV proper.
Dynamics on TV?
Yeah, so they're like, Slasha, come now. So I left Nigeria back to Dynamics fully. Then later, my guy, Sledge, used to be an artist. He had a relationship with somebody that worked at Koga Studios. So they were looking for producers. And just on the offer that I should send my CV and things I've done before. I sent it to him, he forwarded it to me, and they called me for an interview. And boom, they gave me a job to be a producer. And things just started flowing from
aligning.
Me. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Amazing.
So it's not like I went out of my way that, by 5 by 4 I want to do this. Yeah, at a point in time, I was nursing, I wanted to be a TV person. At the time, I just say,
But did you ever get any corporate job?
Yeah.
A job outside of the entertainment?
I studied human resource management. My first degree was in HRM, Industrial Relations and Human Resource Management. So, after school, my guys were working at banks. So they just told me, there's an opening at Oceanic Bank then. On Uzumba Ambadiwe. Anytime I pass that road, and they look at that building. So, my mom was happy. Hey, she spoke to one of our neighbors that works on the island that he'll be dropping me every morning so that I won't be stressing. The guy is a Muslim. So he wakes up like 4 a.m. After he prays 5:30 like this, he don't face island. That means me I need to wake up 4 a.m., get ready and wait outside for him. Once he's going, I enter car, we'll go together. So the first time that I followed him, I went for the interview and they gave me the job. I'm supposed to start the next Monday. The next Monday like this. I didn't tell anybody at my office. I wasn't in that dynamics then. The next Monday, I just entered this car. Go to work. By to 7. So I ended to wait till like 8. Like I was inside.
A day to break.
So I was just there, 8 o'clock. Everywhere just boring. Like, and I was not working in operations. I was working in HR. That's behind the counter. So I wasn't seeing human beings. I was just seeing files, papers. In me. Okay. I just sat, looked. I stood up. I just went out. The reception, where am I going? I said, I just want to pick something outside. You know Zumba now. You know where that Echo Bank Park, this thing is? That studio, that
big.
So, Ocean Bank was opposite it. So I just crossed to the other side. That time, bike was still raining. I took bike from there to TBS, took BRT, straight to Maryland. That was the last time I went to work.
What did you tell? They reached out to you and say how far?
Plenty times.
What did you tell them?
I said I had a family emergency that I don't know when I'm going to get over it, and I don't know when I'm going to resume back.
What did you tell your mom?
I didn't tell her anything.
She wasn't asking you questions.
No, she was. She said she was going to work now. So in her mind, I'm at work. And every time I come back home, I was work fine. There's no.
Wow. At what point did she discover that you had stopped working?
She discovered, I think, towards 1 December like that, because I was always going out in the morning, coming back at night. That time we were planning Dynamics Awards. So just like, that was going on. I said, I know they work for bank again. So they were like, why? When? I just she didn't take it lightly because she was like, you know, this is our work. You know, you don't even have starting time. You just start and
then
work finish. So it was a lot.
But was it like, at what point did Momsi got to know? Was it like up to 1 month, 1 year? Or?
No, 1 year. No. Maybe like a month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't like, it was like 6 months.
No, African magic, all this kind
of African magic. Yes. Okay, let me ask you a question before you go on a short break. So what are your thoughts right now on let's hit the bullseye on the talent management space in Nigeria? Because a lot of people think that talent managers, not even so, talent managers are seen as errand boys or errand girls. I think it's beginning to change now. For people like you, are beginning to give you the face. Talent managers used not to be visible. We just say, Shake manager, oh my God manager, faceless guys. But why do you think that's, people have that perception about talent managers in Nigeria?
So, first off, because of the entertainment space is a little bit unstructured. There are a lot of roles that people play that is just those kind of package. Pop concussion. You see somebody that some people they're artists, they're music producers, they're doubling as road manager for the artist. Then will help the artist carry a bag. Let's say will carry their own keyboard for back. So before, just like A and Now, so A and Now has been there since, but it has not been, distinguished. It's just one person doing different things. Listen to song, try to profile it, try to pitch to record labels and whatnot. So producers too, before the likes of Don Jazzy, producers were not seen, they were just heard. You just say, is Don Jazzy again, or it is again, But as time went on, people wanted to see the person that was behind the beats. They started featuring in music videos. Once they called their name, they would show them, and so it started growing. Then some of them started saying that, okay, we can have our own song and feature artists. So it was a gradual process. For talent management too. If I say I didn't do houseboy work, I'll be lying to you. Because to be a talent manager, you need to be very, very passionate about your talent. Which is something that can throw you under the bus because you are overthinking about your talent and not thinking about yourself. So in that way, you think less of yourself and amplify your principle, which is not bad. Yeah, but don't beat yourself too low. One of the reasons I went to do my master's was just so that people will not just be seeing talent managers as guys that would face too well for their talent. You understand? Or help them carry
that we phone for them to capture the moment.
Just alphabet. You understand? It's way beyond that.
So many questions running through my mind, but we're going on a short break. Or we'll come back from the break. The conversation continues. Stay with us. Don't go away.
When you're looking for a show that is exciting, inspiring, and uncensored, stop right here. This is where you meet your favorite celebrities in an uncensored manner. My name is Kehinde Ajose, and I'm the host of Celebrity Uncensored on TLIG Africa TV. Join me every week for fresh episodes of Celebrity Uncensored on TLIG Africa TV. Don't miss it.
Welcome back from the break. This is still Celebrity Uncensored on TLIG Africa TV, and I see have with me the phenomenal Slasha. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
So, you said a lot of things, and you're a brand. You're able to build a brand for yourself on social media and off social media. How were you able to? At what point did you decide that? I know we ought to be normal time manager. How you were saying, like, you decide that I'm a brand, I deserve to be seen, I deserve to be heard, my value deserves to be recognized in the industry.
Okay, so at the point, I think it was right from cover investing, but I knew that to break into the mainstream, you still needed to blend. So I knew that this is something I wanted to be. I wanted to be in that media entertainment space. My parents are very modest people. My father was a banker, my mother was a civil servant, a nurse. We are just four: myself, my sister, and my parents. So we very small family. So I've had the dilemma of how will I make these people understand that I'm not trying to make excuse of drinking and smoking and womanizing. That's why I want to go into this realm. Because if I had an elder brother now, we'd say they come out before, then I'll not be able to say,
go feel leverage.
Yeah, but man, it was a lot. But I knew that this thing is what I wanted to do. I used to fly fence. They used to lock our gate by 9 p.m. You know this thing. 9 p.m. event just they start.
Event never start. 9 p.m. Industry event.
So when they locked the gate, and all they always work out for our area, Maryland. So when I get home, I have to first of all look that although there is no passing because they've locked the gate. I can't be banging the gate. They should come and open the door, and I can't call my parents that they should come and open the gate because they are sleeping already. So what I'll do is I'll skill defense into the compound and ensure that I don't make noise. Sometimes gates go tear my body, fence go, but it's part of the hustle. Then I'll go and knock my sister's window. Whisper. I will now be praying that she should quickly hear. Sometimes she go hear. She no go stand up. I'm not saying she should please help me open the door. Sometimes maybe we have disagreement before I left the house.
No go answer you.
Bone face. Say, let me open the door. And I don't go feel shout. But then when she now opens the door, she will make sure that she opens the door in a loud note so that everybody will wake up. My mom said that we always wake up. Who is that? Like, why? I'm like, good evening. Good evening. By 2 a.m. This is good morning. Where are you coming from? Yeah, go and sleep. In the morning, everybody don't wake up. I go see the sleep.
Yeah.
So when I come wake up, especially if it's weekend, and if not Sunday, I must go church. If I like, make I do like this for church, I must do church. So they now sit me down that this thing don't have be preaching to me.
Preach you out of it.
That responsible children don't work at night. That why am I doing this? That by the time they pack Roga now, they'll pack me joining. I'm just listen. Okay. I won't do that again. Baba, next tomorrow. So the good thing is I now got some friends that they had cars, they had their own apartment. I had a friend, God bless his soul, middle. His mom's house was in Ojota. That house, sometimes boys, we can be like 9 in his room. We had a friend.
How big was his room? Was it as big as?
It was not as big as this. It was like half of this. There's only one bed there. The room was L. So this L side, this base, chair, bed is there. So this L, there's cupboard and there's window. So on that bed, bed is like this. Instead of us to sleep like this, we sleep like this. So our leg is on the ground, while our back is on the bed. There's some people who can't sleep for floor. So if you want to ease yourself at night and there's no light or ceiling, you
step on
press person. And you know go feel person when you mad, no go feel shot because his grandma's room was opposite us. His mom's room was close to the parlor. So go fit shout up. So everybody go just in the morning, you call the para. You want so but we're just having fun by the way and just saying you go better. Now young guys with dreams, so that was it. I started just going on. By the time I was able to just even gather money to buy my first car, I bought my first car. It was 300,000 naira. Bug, Japan. Bug for my sister's husband's cousin. And that 300,000 naira car, I paid it like 62 times. First money that I paid was 50K. Then every month I would pay like 10K, 5,000. Imagine, come my dad job.
So he gave you the car.
Yes. So after the first 50K or so, gave me the car. Then I started just dropping money until I finished 300,000. When I bought that car, I could not take it home because I was scared. My parents were like, "How did you get car? Where did you see money?" Because then they didn't see sense in what I was doing. They just thought that what was all this?
At what point did they start seeing sense in what you do now?
I think it was when I started working in Koga. Yeah. But they were just still concerned about the late nights. But they were like, I never had the reason to stay at home and say, there's no work. I just did. You understand? So
that was really big then.
Yeah, that was too big. But for people like, should I shock you? My father just started following up on what I'm doing. Maybe in the last 4 years.
And how long have you been doing this? Is it up to
over 10 years?
Okay, over 10 years. Okay.
Over 10 years. Because I know that I registered my company when I was in Koga, and it's 10 years this year. And before Koga, I've been doing this. So, but my dad is a busy man. From bank, after bank, he delved into some administration in politics. Like he was appointed social advisor to someone. So, what's his business with? He was just a book person.
But also a busy person.
Yeah, book after book, Bible, then house. Do you understand? Just family man, extracurricular. He didn't have plenty friends. So what I was doing was strange to them. Like, where this one get all these kind of things? People come and look for me in the house. Who stand outside, Then some celebrities will come to my
popular
street. Yes, now they come to my street, come and look for me. And after they go, people will start just like, me will say, my papa will say, people don't know him. Just enter house, come out. His friends will be saying that, their children saw me. They tried that, that is Omotola's son. He's a popular guy. And my father just like, so it was tasking, but I enjoyed the whole task. And imagine maybe they say, we need to buy bread and egg. I didn't ask for money. I don't go buy bread and egg. You see, where did you see money? I'll be like, the work that we did, we went for an event and my boss.
We're also adding value
to
the family. We're not just
as much as they will still tell me that they didn't send me message to go and look for money. Is there a problem at all? You understand? So if they're not this work that I'm doing, but with time, and I made up my mind to that I wasn't going to shame myself and the family. There are a lot of things that you could have done, misbehave, and
you see on blogs.
Yeah. So I made up my mind that no matter what. So back to when I decided that this stuff, we were not going to take it with everything. Every common university student, if you see them, even if they're selling pure water, they use finesse to sell the pure water.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this talent management, entertainment, media thing that we're going to do, how are we going to stand out? I'm not going to go, even if when I started I was like doing boy. I will ensure that at least I'm not wearing designer, but I look neat to where I'm going. So people will see me and be like, okay. Before they even look, say this on a PA or something.
You not say the star.
Yeah. They don't look me, okay, come in. The days of going to club safe, that people will be paying 1,000 naira to enter club. But when they see this kind of person, like, then now, for club, some people, they were not rehab then. That was the first time I met Davido and Issa. So, clubs then.
Rehab, best in Ireland there.
Yes, yeah. People will be outside. People will be big boys. You don't be inside. So one person just come from inside and look. you. No, not you. Yeah, you and you come inside. Bam! Excuse, it's me. You don't enter. Like say, don't enter Kingdom of Heaven. And you enter too. There's nothing inside.
No level.
Just music. Bang, bang, bang. 30 minutes later, somebody will go out again. Oh yeah, Allah. Yeah. Till the 5 a.m. Sometimes you still see people there 5 a.m. But now, I don't dare. So the packaging helped. So from there, I started networking and with dynamics too. So I'm speaking to people. I'm not meeting you that I want to take picture. I'm speaking to you that Alpha also, can we interview you? Which school are you? Like, there was value exchange. And that's what I always tell even talents that I work with, that don't just think about yourself most times. When the brand even wants to work with you, think about what you can offer them for the money that they want to give you. When they see that you have value beyond just the numbers you have on social media, they would be more interested in working with you.
Let's talk about how your network has helped you, because I know you have a very strong network. By the way, the talent manager to Sheya Olowo, worked with oh my God, so many other people that I might not even know. But how has your network? I know you have a very strong network. How has it helped you as a talent manager? Because I know maybe there will be times when one of your talents will need to perform somewhere, just say call someone, just a phone call.
So, as much as I have a strong network, as it is, I don't abuse it. I try to ensure that even the talent, they are worth making calls for people. So I'm not calling you for favor that this person does not want to do this thing. Qualify. I make sure that the talent is qualified. Then I just put the call across that. Don't forget this day. I'm like, not true. So that it will make the work easier. Mind you, this is not the only thing I'm doing in my life. I have a 9 to 5.
You have a 9 to 5?
By the grace of God. And that is another value that I bring to the table for the talents I work with and people, because my relationship in the 9 to 5 space helps me to interface with other people that can now be, value to the talent. I'm talking to those people too. I'm letting them know that there are these people here. So they will now believe me more and, this person can get this job done for us because of, these people that he has. Everybody now, content, influencing. So when you see the roster of people, be like, okay, no problem, let's do this and whatnot. So when I'm having conversations with the people I work with too, they know that I'm not talking based on just fan talking. I'm talking how brands perceive things and how they work, how they see you. So it's not just frenzy, like just the So going for my master's too was another reason that I knew that this thing we need to take it in a professional level. I did an MBA, not an MSc, because MBA is rounder, like it's business. No matter the business you want to do, you need to put that depth into it. So I knew that even what I'm doing, no matter how low people might be thinking it is, you have to scale it up. But now you see a lot of talent managers, likes of them, inside that works with the video, when they walk into places, they don't need to have the video by their side for them to
exactly.
So I thought of that too, and because of I offer value before I even let you know what I do or who I am.
You are.
So that you don't, because of he manages Sheyalo or he works with him, oh my God. No, that's not it. It's me first, then them. They are a brand on their own. Because you're working with me doesn't mean that you are going to work with these guys. They are a brand on their own.
True.
Some people, they'll be like, let me invite Slasha. Slasha, free carry Sheyi come. Don't be so like you. You understand? You can invite Sheyi, and if I can come with him.
Yes.
But if you invite Sheyi, it doesn't even mean that Slasha will be there. His PA or his role manager, somebody can be with him. We are two different. So.
True. Let's talk about, before I round off, let's talk about, because I also know you're a social commentator, you comment on blogs, when you have the time, at some point you're a regular commenter on Tunde and page. If I see those rhymes, I want to see 1 million likes, I don't go for yourself. But let's talk about, while we are offset, we were talking about VDM. What do you think about VDM as do you love what it does?
So love is a strong word. I respect what it does. I would say I respect it. Because he's been able to create some form of value for himself from what people are saying is nonsense. Just the same way Portable is being a nuisance and is buying cars. He has gone to more countries than people that are commenting that he's doing rubbish on social media. You understand? When you see someone that is creating value for himself, you might not like it, but they are making money. There are people that run street clubs. If you're a pastor, you'll be like, Kilele. But guess what? They are making money. That means they are offering a service that some people are buying.
They're meeting a need.
They're meeting a need. So you might not like it, but don't discredit or disrespect their hustle. So for VDM, I respect his hustle. How he's going about it, I might not like it, but he's meeting a need for some people. There are people that are as toxic and they like toxic things. So he's meeting their needs and they are, consuming it. Everything I know about VDM is against my will because
it's everywhere.
Yes. So it's not like I'm looking out for him, but it's everywhere.
But if you were to advise him, let me put you on the spot. If you were to advise him, what would you, or let me put it this way, if you were to be VDM, what would you do differently?
I would embrace advocacy in a very radical but finessed way. What he's doing now, we've had people that have been sensation of the moment. Fish pie! Some weeks ago, it was everywhere. But so VDM too, there are people that have been very vocal before VDM. And one thing would just happen that would, they just throw one controversy on them and they just vanish. There was G-Slove at some point in time in this life.
Why did he do G-Slove?
I understand. So for him, the advocacy has to be finessed. He's, he's still at the raw state, which to him is authentic. He doesn't want to make.
But don't you think that rawness appeals to a certain demographic?
And so that's why he needs to scale up. You can't be raw forever. You can't be raw forever. You can't also. There's a way you approach some things. For example, you might not be able to work with UNESCO, USAID, with this rawness. He needs to, polish himself up. Not look so, but how he presents stuff. Look at how, the great Femi Falana came for him in the sense that you heard something and you vocalize it and say, oh, you are disappointed in that. You should have reached out or say allegedly, and I've tried to reach out, but I didn't get the feedback. You finesse it. Some way back ago, Mr. Macaroni too was very radical.
Yes, he
but
was.
look at him now.
He was.
Is he still vocal? Yes,
Yes.
he is. But the way he's doing it is more refined.
Mm.
It's not diluted, but it's just refined. So if I was VDM, I would finesse what I do.
Okay, let me ask you a few more questions. So there's a trending story about Burna Boy arresting what's his full name?
Speed Darlington.
Speed Darlington. And his mom, made a video begging. What do you think? Burna Boy's approach? What's your opinion about it?
I think he did. He approached it legally. That's why they were able to pick Akpo up. And it's just, it will take just one person to teach the whole. I have a friend. He was my mate in secondary school. He's the current PR publicity secretary for Nigerian Bar Association.
Hmm.
And we were talking about when they arrested Bobrisky and whatnot. I said he was not the only one that did that thing. He said there's a principle of, when you just like when you cut the head, the body is just everywhere. So they use one person to teach other people a lesson. Do people still spray money today? Yes, but it has reduced.
Yes.
And showing it off has reduced. Not that you spray money, matching it and whatnot. So same way, the way they picked up Akpo, it would reduce. I'm very sorry that they had to pick him up. He had to be the scapegoat, but it will reduce a lot of people just spitting stuff online because they feel like there's no consequence to what they are going to do and say. So with this, Akpo is not a small person in this country now. Akpo was a presidential candidate in this country. So
what do you mean?
A presidential aspirant was picked up just like that.
I saw that comment on social media.
Yes, now so it just tells us that we need to be careful, guard our mouth. Sometimes joblessness and free time makes us do some things that we are not supposed to do.
If I leave you here, questions doesn't come. But you have to ask you this question.
Yeah.
This past week, there was this Whiskey Davido Buhaha. What's your opinion about do you think at some point someone was telling me it's planned, but along the line we realized that this one don't be any plan, don't be stunts. So
I feel there are some things that happen that we are not privy to.
Yes.
One of the things which is the Puma deal.
Yes.
And I think Whiskey outburst is validated. How we now went about it is what is, and you see, action plus reaction is equals to event. You slap me.
Action plus reaction.
Yes. You slap me.
You abused me.
And it's like carry bottle and chew. They can't say what happened. You now narrate it that I abused, he slapped me, bam. So when I abused you, if you did not slap me, you'll just be like, what happened?
Slapped Kenyan.
Yes. So you can't control how someone will react to what you do.
Yes.
What you can control is your own actions. The person that is reacting can control their own reaction. So we can't control how Whiskey to react. We can just say, go back there. You will have done this.
But you go back there because he stepped on some toes.
Yes.
There was no boundaries. Like he was attacking. He attacked Davido's uncle.
So like I said, these guys also, they are colleagues. They're in the same industry. Same way in the banking world, in the business world, people have face-offs, and at the end of the day, it seems like, how did they now do like that? But I feel like they would come around. Yeah, they would. It might not be this year, it might not be in 2 years, it might be in 5 years. They now look back and be like, can you imagine? Look at us.
So, are you shocked that Davido didn't say anything?
I'm not shocked because I know that he's also his own game plan. Him not saying something publicly, back end, he would be boil. He just tell us, calm down.
No tweet.
Yeah,
so. Okay. So what I find out was you spent over a decade in the industry, for what I find out was basically generally for those who want to come into the industry in this area of social media, what should they do differently? When you started out, social media was in its infant stage.
First off, your talent is not what is going to keep you in places. No matter how talented you are, you meet other talented people. There are two things that will stand you out. To be outstanding in whatever you do, you need to have character and build capacity. If you are good at what you do, but you do not have a good character, you might still not be successful. There are a lot of talented artists, actors, entertainers, but because they lack character, people avoid them and don't work with them. So, as much as you're building capacity, that, oh, can you do this? He can. But, you know, when you come to person say, hello, I mean, what do you feel about Slasha? Be like,
that guy.
Yeah.
No, you
good, he can help you do this. But, the guy, he go trouble you. So, you now weigh the trouble and the
talent.
Can you marry it? Which one do you want? So, whatever you are doing, build capacity, build character. Don't over-depend on your talent. Hold God, especially in this media entertainment world. God na him sure pass. Otherwise, you just look, see, but people are doing this thing. Why is it my own? Trust in God.
How has the God factor up to? Make I use on do bonus.
Anything that I've done, or people are saying I'm good at today, I don't know how I'm doing it. When people are like, Slasha, they try you. Sometimes in my own space, I'm thinking that what's so fantastic about this? Anybody can do this. But God has just been the one that's say, okay, this is your part, keep doing it. And my own mantra is, in the excellence and excelling of people that I work with, I find my fulfillment. I'm not out to be like, I mean, nah. Let the guys that are out there in front of the camera, let them keep shining. Then I get fulfillment and I glow and blossom from it. I'm not a star hungry guy like, oh, I don't want to work with the most. If the video says I should come and work with him now, I won't now drop on my life, tear my shirt and say, okay, let me go and work with him. No.
I once asked you that question, and I would love to ask you again. Yeah. You know, I think I read it somewhere, and now ask you in an interview, and let me now ask you again. What would you rather work with a Burna Boy who has, if Burna Boy reaches out to you now, come and work with me, and somebody who is just maybe one of your talents reaching out to you, maybe saying a bond or Jackie Mora reaching out to you, who would you go for?
Depending on what each of them is trying to do, I prefer building. I'm a catalyst. I don't want to work with someone that will not regard what I do. So if Burna Boy will regard my opinion, what I do, if I say, this is how we're going to do it, in my own capacity of what I'm doing for him, if he's disregarding it, I will resign and go and work with someone that I know that will align with what we want to achieve. Because at the end of the day, what are we doing? And for just go become civil servants. You understand? Just go to work. Just wait for 26th of the month.
And wait for Starbucks.
You go, yes! You go receive waiting. Bangam alert. As governor, they collect salary, you said they collect. So, I want to have an impact in what I do. I don't just want to be passive.
Great stuff there. Thank you for coming on the show, Slasha. Thank you for honoring our invitation. I wish you the best in all your undertakings, and we pray for your talent that they will continue to grow from strength to strength. In Jesus' name. Thank you for joining us on the show. This has been today's edition of Celebrity Uncensored. We'll be right back with another wonderful guest, same time, same platform. Keep living your dreams. God bless you.